Longing is a mysterious force. It tugs at the heart, a silent ache that propels us forward, yet it cannot be willed or demanded. To feel longing, as Daaji described, is to encounter the very edge of human sensitivity, the delicate intersection of desire and acceptance. There is a beauty in yearning, but it must always be gentle, never coercive. True longing is reverent, even sacred, a space where the heart willingly opens itself to the possibility of love without force or compulsion. For love, in its purest form, cannot be compelled. It is a gift that flows only when the heart is ready to receive and to give. If the heart does not yearn, there is no seeking. We seldom desire what we do not feel the absence of. It is the emptiness, the void, that inspires the search. And yet, the greatness of yearning is not found in expecting an answer, but in the act of seeking itself, when the heart aches with longing, even without hope of response. This, Daaji explains, is the second stage of devotion. The first is the initial rush of love and longing, but as one matures, love becomes a peaceful acceptance of the present moment, regardless of its flavor. Acceptance, then, is the birthplace of true happiness. It is not something that can be forced upon us, nor can we give it to others under duress. Acceptance arises naturally, blossoming only from the heart. If the heart rejects a state, no amount of rationalization will bring peace. But when real acceptance dawns, joy follows, even in the most challenging of circumstances. It may be a love unreturned, or the denial of a cherished dream. But when acceptance is true, peace is unshakable. One learns to love for love's own sake, not for any return. This is the honor and purity of love. It seeks nothing in exchange, asks for no guarantees, and is content simply to exist. Unconditional love is a singular force. It does not demand, it endures. Even when faced with disappointment, it remains undiminished. This is why love, above all, is the pinnacle of human refinement. Surrounded by love, anger dissolves. The sting of life's challenges loses its edge, and a sense of persecution fades away. Even in the practice of meditation, the heart must approach willingly, not out of routine or obligation. When meditation becomes a duty, it grows lifeless, hollow. Better to skip a session than to meditate with a heavy mechanical heart. Consider the analogy Daaji offers. If you tell your spouse, "I am spending all my energy just to sit with you," the relationship would wither. Love does not flourish under obligation. Think back to youthful days, when the mere possibility of a fleeting encounter with someone special was enough to make you skip classes, to arrive early and wait, savoring every precious moment. Love moves of its own accord. It cannot be forced. It arises naturally, beyond planning and practicality. Where there is love, there is inevitably longing. The ache of separation, the subtle pain of wanting to be close, is the first stage of devotion. It is the bittersweet companion of love, a pain that, paradoxically, brings us closer to the beloved. But what, then, is devotion? Daaji's answer is simple yet profound. Devotion is a loving commitment to the highest ideal. It arises only after one has glimpsed the divine, however fleetingly. Before that encounter, devotion is but a concept. But after, even the tangible world seems dull in comparison. The memory of that divine taste brings a peace that endures, and the seeker is propelled onward by a new, deeper longing. Here, the pain of longing and the freedom of expectationlessness coexist, a paradox that lies at the very heart of spiritual life. To clarify, Daaji draws a distinction between transactional relationships, where something is given in exchange for something else, and true love, which makes no demands. Love offers itself, granting freedom to the beloved. There are no ultimatums. There is only surrender. The journey within is marked by shifting inner landscapes. Anger and pride bring discomfort, kindness and humility, fulfillment. But beneath all these passing states lies a deeper, changeless essence, the divine nature. As we refine ourselves, our outer nature aligns more closely with this inner core. But until that alignment is complete, change is inevitable. Spiritual experiences reflect these inner shifts. Sometimes they are abrupt, unsettling. Yet true transformation brings balance and peace. Eventually, the seeker ceases to crave specific experiences, peace, joy, even bliss. Instead, a quiet contentment settles in. The mind finds rest only when the heart is at peace. But even this peace cannot become a new attachment. Growth requires openness to change. Like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon, spiritual maturity cannot be hurried. Each stage prepares us for the next, and even unpleasant experiences have their place, signs that something essential is shifting within. At times it may feel as if we are moving backward, but each step has meaning, guided by an inner wisdom we may not fully understand. Adapting to new spiritual states is like moving into a new home. At first, everything feels unfamiliar, but gradually, we settle in, and what was once strange becomes our natural habitat. The key is to trust the process and persevere. The aim of meditation is to reach the subtlest layers of consciousness. If we bring heaviness, argument, or pain into meditation, those patterns follow us. Only hearts that are light and open can travel deep. Even subtle expectations can become obstacles. The desire to repeat past spiritual highs can prevent us from receiving the unique gifts of the present moment. The best meditation is free of expectation. It is an empty, relaxed waiting, open to whatever may arise. In this openness, something profound happens. The meditator merges with the boundless. The ancient sages expressed this as tattvamasi, you are that. The sense of separation dissolves and unity is realized. And yet, even this is just a beginning. Meditation alone is not the whole journey. Attitude matters more. The most sophisticated technique is powerless when approached with a negative or rigid mindset. True transformation requires the heart's openness, a willingness to be changed. Balance cannot be forced. It arises naturally, like still water in a pond. When we let go, equilibrium is restored. Narrow focus limits awareness, but as focus expands, so does consciousness. The aim is unity with the whole, completeness that brings peace and resilience. True samadhi, or balance, is not emptiness or numbness, but a living stillness. In this state, the restless mind dissolves and the meditator finds a home in peace. Each union with the divine brings greater transformation, a process that deepens ever further. In the end, the heart overflows with peace, and nothing can trouble us. This is the promise of the journey within, and the highest fulfillment of love and longing.